become aware of and to embrace your shadows is an important step in your spiritual evolution and reclaiming your power. So I will show you how to do shadow integration work in this video and share some top techniques that have helped me as well as my clients. So stick around. Hi, and welcome to the Medium channel. And I used to suffer dearly from things like anxiety, depression, ill health, negative patterns in my life. But once I started to incorporate shadow integration work into my spiritual training, these problems started to dissipate and I no longer have them. So in any event, if you enjoy this video, please like it, please share with friends, and if you enjoy this content and want to see more, please subscribe to the channel, and if you hit that bell, you'll get notified when we release new videos and have live events. So firstly, shadows are not negative, they're simply hidden. Like any other shadow, when you shine a light onto a shadow, it ceases to be a shadow, but rather it gets integrated into the light. And that's the key. We want to shine the light of our awareness onto our subconscious where the shadows hide, and then they're no longer shadows. They're part of our awareness. Now, they come about as the result of things like negative programming, suppressed traumas. There's also collective shadows, things in other lifetimes. And as long as they stay hidden, they block our success in life. They interrupt with our health. They interrupt with our happiness. They hijack our emotions and create negative patterns in our lives. And you wind up creating some negative results over and over and over again. But properly integrated, they can become huge allies. Of course, Carl Jung was the pioneer of shadow integration work, and his research and his techniques are still widely used today. But again, shining the light of awareness is the first step of your shadow integration work. Awareness is the first step. Humanity itself is beginning to integrate and heal their collective shadow. So now's the perfect time to do this work. Your work will feed the collective and the collective will feed you. So let's get started. In this video, I will show you 3 powerful shadow integration exercises. I also have a video that we're flashing above, and it's going to be on the end screen, that I dive deeper into the theory of shadow integration work. And then I have 5 other techniques that I share in that video. So you may want to check that out too. By the way, all of my techniques are original. Some of them are basically inspired from other teachers, and other techniques come directly from spirit or source. Now, the first thing, like any other spiritual practice, is that you want to develop a meditation practice. You must be able to meditate and be able to practice mindfulness and presence. That in itself is a shadow integration technique, because what happens when we try to be still, our minds tend to get very chatty, and we tend to maybe get emotions that are stuck inside of our bodies or stuck inside of our systems trying to rise up and mess with our meditations. So that in itself is an important technique. But it's the foundation of all spiritual practice, including shadow integration work. So the first exercise is a meditation process. And what you do is you become very present. You get deep into your meditation. Then you kind of visualize that your shadow, you can even visualize like there's the sun and then it's shining a shadow next to you. But allow your shadow self to kind of sit upright just like you are, only it's dark or it's black and you're light. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you allow yourself to actually become your shadow. Now remember, shadows are not negative, they're just hidden. They're a part of yourself that is hidden and suppressed, a very powerful part of yourself that, due to our social conditioning, we don't always want to look at the dark and the negative and the ugly. Survival's ugly business. We are human beings. We have survival instincts. But as we transcend the human experience and we understand that we're spirit and we're only having human experiences, then we can transcend the tendency to suppress pain and trauma and to create shadows in the first place. So, getting back to the exercise, you visualize your shadows next to you, and then you become your shadow. So in other words, step into your shadow body and be your shadow. And then the next thing is gaze upon your light body and simply give yourself messages. And this may take a little bit of practice, but your shadow has important messages for you of how you can grow and evolve. So do that for a few minutes, and then once you are done, as shadow, come to your light body, give yourself a great big hug, embrace yourselves and become one and reintegrate. It's all about reintegration. This will bring greater self-awareness of your shadow self, and you will understand that your shadow can wind up being your best advisor. So the second exercise is working with affirmation. Very, very simple. Affirmations reprogram the mind. We get programmed through the power of repetition. If we do affirmations, and we can also make our affirmation into sleep programs and have that running as we're falling asleep, this helps to reprogram our mind. And you can augment this with solfeggio frequency, specifically 639. That's the one that works with the heart chakra and the heart center. The heart is our integration point and our portal to our soul. So, and you can make up your own affirmation, and I like to use the power of threes in my affirmations. And the one that I do and recommend is, me, my shadow, and spirit are one. Or you can substitute the word spirit with God or source or the universe. Me, my shadows, and spirit are one. And that's basically it. Now remember, human nature is basically to avoid rather than support our negative or our dark side. So what we don't want to see, we suppress. So again, this helps us to embrace that. And the other thing to remember about this is the emotions of guilt and shame just feed the shadow. So don't feel guilty about having negative thoughts or being selfish sometimes or doing things that may seem like they're negative towards others. Instead, embrace it. Learn, evolve, and grow from the experience. And by the way, it's also Shadow Integration Month on Spirit Mind Family. That's our inner core community for the Medium channel. And there we have exclusive content where we dive deeper into things. And this month it's Shadow Integration, as well as do frequency channeling and community hangouts. The third exercise is a technique incorporating heart breathing and heart coherence. Now again, the heart's the integration point of the body. So cultivating heart frequency is a really, really powerful tool in this work. So all you do, you meditate on the heart. In the inhale, expand, exhale, contract, feel gratitude, appreciation, and love. Let your heart get big, shiny, very coherent. Then you call in your shadow. And on the inhale, you invite in the shadow and expand your heart. And then on the exhale, you release all stuck energy, any negative patterns that we'll say non-recognition of your shadows have caused you, or the negative aspects of the shadows, we'll put it that way. So inhale, draw the energy of your shadow because it's your very powerful ally. Remember, it's not a negative thing. You call that in, it's your will, it's your power, it's survival. And expand that, feel that filling you, then exhale, releasing any negative stuck energy. Do that for about 10 minutes or so, maybe 2 or 3 times a day. Now, if you add some heart-brain coherence technique to that, that makes it even stronger. And how do you do heart-brain coherence? The answer is right above me right now. So that's how you do that. So as part of this whole exercise and this whole process, what you want to do is learn to be the observer of your reactions, like when you're stuck in traffic or somebody's giving you a hard time. Rather than be your reactions, especially if they're not pleasant ones, what you want to do is step outside yourself and observe your reaction. And in that moment, you're simply observing your programming in action. You're observing your shadows triggering your behavior in action rather than being those shadows or subconsciously running programs. That is huge because from awareness comes change. Don't resist the negative feelings, just be aware of them, then shift them back into love and gratitude, and that you can do that by expanding the heart. This will bring greater awareness again to the programs and traumas behind the shadows and assist you greatly in reintegrating and reclaiming lost soul parts that may have gotten lost in traumas and negative things that have happened or challenging things that have happened in this lifetime and other lifetime. And that's what I have for you. So again, to get into some very powerful 5 other techniques and a little bit more theory on shadow integration work, check out the video over here. Thank you very much. Namaste, and we'll see you next time.